Hey, I'm Ben Mankiewicz, back with me to talk about Stolen Identity, film critic and historian Leonard Maltin. So let's talk a little bit about Francis Lederer, who played Claude, the concert pianist. He, of all the actors you saw in the movie, he had the most significant career.
He did. He was well on his way in German cinema when the Nazis came along, and also simultaneously Hollywood paid attention to him.
Right.
So he was signed to a contract, came out to Hollywood, and was a promising leading man in the 1930s in a number of movies. Never quite became a big star, but worked in some good films. And then started an acting school, which he continued to do for the rest of his life. He lived to be 100.
Wow.
And apparently he was teaching classes just weeks before he passed away.
He has a character actor's face. He has a really memorable, striking face.
Yes, yes, indeed. I got to interview him once. He was an interesting man, very interesting man. And Turan Bey was an interesting guy, too. This is the only film he produced. I don't know why that is, but he turned to photography instead and was apparently very successful at it. And then came back to LA for a while and did a little bit of acting.
Yeah, some television.
Yeah. And then went home to Vienna again. And he lived to be 90.
And Turan Bey was, his father was Turkish?
His father was Turkish, hence the name, but he was a Viennese. And he had, when I got to meet him in his later years, he had a very pronounced Austrian Viennese accent, which surprised me. And he said, yes, he was very amusing about it, very charming. He said, yeah, the older I get, the heavier the accent seems to be.
Maybe you stopped caring as much about trying to get rid of it.
Maybe so.
No question that the director and Turan Bey, these weren't just people who'd seen The Third Man. They clearly admired The Third Man.
Oh, yeah. I think that's, we can make that assumption.
Yeah.
And who didn't see The Third Man when it was new, I'm sure.
Leonard, thank you very much. Don't go away. Leonard and I will be back to introduce a drama released during the Depression, featuring an ebullient performance from William Randolph Hearst's mistress, Marion Davies.
Gregory